What's going on, gamers? It's your boy HyperShag23 here. So as you know, the Sonic Central event was today, and they officially announced a bunch of things. They officially announced Sonic Colors Ultimate, which had gotten leaked. They officially announced, well, technically, I guess it's not announced, I guess teased, but that new Sonic game with the, I don't really know what to call it, with the weird logos at the end, and we didn't get a name for it, and it's all HD. Looks like a new animation studio or some kind of model or something, but anyway, I'll get back into that. We also got Sonic Collection, or not Sonic Collection, we got the official name for that actually now. We got Sonic Origins is the name of that collection. We got some crossovers, which I'm not really caring about, so I'm not really going to talk about that much. And we got the Sonic animated short for Sonic Colors Ultimate called Sonic Colors Rise of the Wisps. So, mainly what I want to talk about right now, I'm going to do a little breakdown. I'm mostly just going to focus on Colors Ultimate and the new game, just because those are the two big things. I want to touch upon Sonic Origins just a little bit, but mostly just the games I'm going to talk about today. Before I go any further, though, I just want to say I am so sorry about the way the stream went today. I'm sorry that all of you had to listen to my loud ass voice, and I didn't have the, what was it? I didn't have my input volume. I turned it all the way up, and I didn't think that I was gonna be that loud. But I went back and watched my stream, and oh my god, that was ear rape. And I'm so sorry I put you guys all through that. Anyway, I'm gonna probably take that video down and just re-upload it with the normal volume. With the lag, I really couldn't fix that. I really don't know what happened there. And again, I just want to apologize because you guys didn't deserve that. And this is, to be in my defense, this was my first stream, but still, I want to try to be better in the future. I want to do more of this kind of stuff with you guys. It was fun. I was having a good time while it was happening. I just didn't like the result of it. So I'm gonna try to be better. I'm gonna try to do better next time on the next kind of stream. I think it might have to do also with my PC just not being powerful enough, so I'll look into that for sure. But I just wanted to quickly apologize for that because I'm sorry I put you all through that, my loud ass ear rape voice. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into discussing these games. So the first real game that they showed us here was Sonic Colors Ultimate, which of course is that remaster that got leaked on that German dubbing company, and that was real. So we got the Colors Ultimate trailer yesterday, and basically what it's going to be like a huge upscale version of Colors. The graphics and everything look a lot improved. I know some people are complaining about the lighting engine, and I can kind of see it, but like I kind of don't care about that too much. I'm one of the people who, I'm kind of glad to have Colors on modern consoles. It's not my favorite game, but I have fun with it. I think it's a fun game. I know people don't like the story too much. It's like the beginning of that meta era, but I honestly think of the last couple Sonic games we've gotten, I think it has one of the better stories. I don't hate Colors as much as some other people do. I don't think it's too mediocre. I do have fun when I play it. I think the DS version is a little bit better just because I'm biased towards Rush, but I digress. I think it's fun to have Colors back, and it looks like they're doing a lot of stuff with it. Besides graphical updates, it looks like, and I like that they're doing this, it looks like they're going to add customization to Sonic, which is something I've been saying they should do since Generations. I think it'd be cool if you could just give him different kinds of gear from like over years and even new stuff, and now they also said he's going to have like movie skins or the movie boost or something like that. I think that's really cool. I think it'd be cool to have that lightning effect around him. It's not really that visible in the trailer itself, but if you look at like this one clip like right here, you can kind of see it. If you zoom in and you pause it, you can see like his quills are glowing and he has a little lightning trail behind him. So I think that's really cool. I like that you're going to be able to customize the boost. They also at one point show off like this kind of fiery Kaioken looking thing. I think it's cool. I really like that they're going to add this customization, because I've been saying that's just like Forces and Generations. I think it would be a cool idea to like give him different kinds of gear and gloves and stuff. And even like the boost effects, like they're changing, like the homing attack looks all rainbow and like almost like hypersonic. I think that's really cool, and I really hope they implement that in future games. I think it's a good system. Like I didn't really like it in Forces just because it was the Avatar, and like you really couldn't change that much other than like the clothes and just like your facial features. But I really like the idea of just giving Sonic different gear and stuff. Like you can see in the trailer, he's got like these gold gloves and these silver shoes and this paint splatter, and I think it's really cool that they're doing this. I really hope that they do this in future games. Nothing else looks too different though, aside from just some of the improvements like that and the upgrading system. So yeah, it's basically just going to be like an HD version of Sonic Colors, and they're going to add the Jade Wisp Ghost. And there's also been some other leaks and news going around, and I don't know how true all this stuff is, so take it with a grain of salt. They're saying that Metal Sonic is going to be in it. I know he's in that one I believe a lot because he's in the Rise of the Wisp trailer. But they said basically they're going to bring back Rivals battles from Sonic Generations. There's this mode called Rival Rush, and you're going to be able to fight Metal Sonic. And I think that's really cool. I like that they're adding that to the game. I'm wondering if that means in the multiplayer mode they'll have you fight Metal Sonic. Like instead of the two Sonic robots like in the Sonic Sim, if you remember the original Colors, those weird Sonic looking drone things. I'm wondering if now it'll be player 1 is Sonic and then player 2 is Metal Sonic. I think that would be very cool. But another thing that got leaked, I don't know, this one isn't confirmed yet because there's been a lot of back and forth between like translation and different screenshots. But there was a leak that Tails was going to be playable in Colors because there was a picture with the little life icon on the top bar, and it showed like a little Tails head. It shows like a little classic Tails head, and people were saying, oh, that means Tails is going to be playable. But we really don't know for sure what's going on with that, just because in the same screenshot when you see the Tails life icon, you can clearly see Sonic in the picture. So we really don't know what's going on with that. I think that where was that from? Like Famitsu or something like that? I don't know exactly where that's from, and we kind of don't know what's going on with that. So we gotta just kind of wait and see. I do think Metal Sonic is gonna come back because he was already shown off in that Rise of the Wisp trailer. So it would make sense for them to add a mode. I think it's cool that they're bringing rival battles back, and it would be really cool if we could play in multiplayer mode. I really think that's better than the two weird toy-looking Sonic robots that I don't know why we just got recolors instead of another character, but I think that's cool. And again, the customization is really cool. That's basically it for Sonic Colors. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be happy to have it on modern console. Rise of the Wisps looks very pretty. I think that's Tyson's art style, but I'm not entirely sure. It looks, because all of like the shorts, they kind of have like just a somewhat different from every single one. And this one looks a lot like TSR Overdrive, so I'm just gonna assume that's Tyson. But yeah, I think that looks cool. It looks really pretty. I like that they're adding voice acting now because that's something that all the other ones lacked. Classic Sonic, I guess it kind of made sense because he didn't talk in Generations or Forces. And TSR though, TSR Overdrive didn't have any voice, just kind of grunts and shit. So I like that they're actually implementing voice acting now. It almost feels like a real cartoon. I know there's gonna be Sonic Prime, but this feels like a real cartoon. I'm just glad to have that. So yeah, Colors Ultimate, I'm happy for it. I'm glad that we're getting it. Do I wish it was something like Unleashed or Heroes or some other game getting this treatment? Yeah, I do. But you know, I liked Colors. I enjoyed Colors when I played it, so I'm happy to have this. And now, really quick before we get to the other game, I just really want to talk about Sonic Origins really quick because I just want to talk about what it means for the future of Sonic. So first of all, I'm just glad that we're going to be finally getting Sonic 3 and Knuckles on a modern console. We've been kind of asking for that for like decades for them to fix the legal issues, and I don't know. I think they said I know in the trailer they didn't show widescreen, but I think they said on Twitter that all the games are going to be widescreen. So I think that means Christian Whitehead is doing it, which if he is, then that's great. I would love to see basically like the iOS quality of Sonic 3. I think that would be really cool. I think it would also be cool, hopefully, if I know they said in Sonic Central they said it's gonna be 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles and CD, but I'm hoping what they're gonna do is they're gonna do it like Sonic Mega Collection Plus, where they only advertise a few games, but then there's more games that you can unlock and that kind of thing. Like I know in Mega Collection, I think you can unlock some of the Game Gear games. I know you can unlock Blue Spears and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So maybe they're gonna advertise those games, and then also there's like more unlockables like hidden in the game. Like there's maybe even like the advanced games, the Rush games, the Game Gear games, maybe even like 3D Blast and R and those kind of things. I don't think they would include 3D games. I wish we were getting a 3D collection, but I'm just happy to have 3K on a modern console for once. I don't need to keep emulating it. So I think that's cool. And also what it means is I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm like pretty sure that Zippo talked about a collection, and in that collection he said they would be doing 3K. So hopefully this is a step towards Zippo being right, because if Zippo is right about, I really hope he's right about that, because from what he said, it sounds very promising, that adventure style game, that 2D boost game, the collection. So hopefully that's right. And now let's talk about the thing everyone wants to talk about. Let's talk about the new Sonic game they teased. So just before the presentation ended, they showed us this little teaser, this little CGI teaser, kind of similar to how they did Forces, but I'll get into that. So basically, they show us a teaser. Sonic's running through a forest. He starts to glow, and then as he's running, there's a little slow-mo. They put some emphasis on his shoes. There's a little glitchy effect, which makes me wonder about things. And then he boosts, and then it shows the Sonic Team logo on a rocky background, and then they show him doing a little circle thing, and then they show us this logo, this weird-looking logo, which people have been trying to decipher. People are trying to figure out what it means. Some people say it means Sonic Rift. Some people think it means it's something with adventure. No one really knows. Some people think it's another language. We're trying to figure it out. Everyone's been speculating this for the last 24 hours. It's been crazy. But I just want to go over what my thoughts on it are, and what some of the leaks have been saying. Because now, since the presentation has ended, there's been a couple of leaks. Some of them actually seem just a little like they could be true, but we're not 100% sure yet. Obviously, take everything you see with a grain of salt, because especially when it comes from 4chan and things like that, take everything with a grain of salt. I would be hesitant to believe anything right away. But yeah, let's just break this down real quick. So even given how short this teaser was and how it didn't even show any gameplay at all, there's a lot of things you can actually pick up from this. When I watched it personally, I got a lot of Sonic Adventure vibes, which is a good thing. Good thing. I really hope it's something adventure related. But let's just talk about that. So the reason I say adventure vibes is, first of all, it kind of reminds me of the adventure opening. The background, it kind of looks like that green, that kind of grassy background from the opening when Sonic's running. Kind of looks like that. Don't know if it means adventure remakes to be sure yet. But then on top of that, also, when Sonic is running, he starts to glow before he takes off. So a lot of people are saying something about it might have to do with Wisp. I personally don't think it has to do with a Wisp, just because they literally just did Sonic Colors Ultimate, and I don't know why they would put so much emphasis on a power that Sonic already has, unless it's something returning like the Lightspeed Dash, another adventure thing. I don't know if it is the Lightspeed Dash. I don't really think it is. I'm just saying that would be something more to put emphasis on rather than just a laser wisp, because the laser wisp, we're literally getting colors again, so why would you put emphasis on that? So there's that. And then another thing that I want to point out, when Sonic slows down and his shoe's about to hit the ground, if you just look at it right there, the way his shoe is animated, or not animated, but modeled or whatever, it is very reminiscent of that Sonic Adventure era art style. I'll show the comparison right now. If you look at the two on screen, the way it's kind of long and it's kind of lanky, it looks a lot like that adventure style, even that hero style of how he was animated and how he was drawn. Another thing also I want to bring up, if you look at he kind of has little noodly limbs, which is also another adventure kind of thing. Just the way he runs in general. People have done zoom ins and close ups, and they've compared it to adventure, and I can see the similarities. But also, when you look at Sonic and you look at his proportions, from what you can see, because they don't show you actually his face, so that also might have something to do with it. If you look at his proportions, you have to look at how close his leg is. Look at how close his shoe is to his body. His legs are a little shorter. He looks a little stubbier. And then I'm gonna bring this up right now. If you look at Dreamcast Sonic side by side with modern Sonic, you can see that it's a lot shorter. So that gives me hope that whatever this is, they're taking an inspiration from the adventure era. Whether it's a remake or it's a new game, I just really want them to take inspiration from that era of games, because I think that would work the most. I think it's time for a callback to the adventures era. And also, something else I want to point out. This isn't really adventure related, but it's just something good to know. When Sonic is running, his quills, there's a scene where you can actually see his head. It's not too visible, but his quills, they're very fluid. They have a lot of motion. Sonic has a lot of expression, even though you can't really see it because it's zoomed out. And his quills look longer, so they're not giving that Forces treatment where he looks really. His quills were like longer in the. His quills were longer in the trailer, and in the actual game, they were like really short and they didn't move as much. Here it looks really fluid, so I'm hoping that transitions over to the game. Of course, it could just be for the CG trailer, which, by the way, I hope this is actually in the game. I hope this is like an intro of sorts, because I remember in Forces, they just showed the CG trailers and like nothing else. There was no in-game opening. There was no actual CG cutscenes. So I really hope that they've learned their lesson from Forces and they use this in the game as an intro or a cutscene or something. Use it for something, because it looks beautifully animated. And then also, one other last thing I want to point out about Adventure, where the Sonic logo and that other symbol are, it gives me like a Mystic Ruin kind of vibe, or like Echidna Race or Echidna Tribe, the Knuckles clan, kind of gives me like that tribal looking vibe, that temple looking vibe, that ancient rock stone structure kind of thing. So I'm really hoping that all these things are leading up to something that's adventure related, whether it's a sequel or a remake or something new. It looks like he could be having the boost back, which I'm a fan of the boost. I'm okay with it, but I just don't want them to like make it super linear again like Forces. And now I know I've been mentioning Forces a lot, and let me tell you why. Because this trailer, this teaser has a lot of similarities with Forces, and that's partially what scares me about this. I'm very as hyped as I am. I'm also very I guess not like on ice, but like on like I'm a little bit just nervous because the way it was presented almost is like identical to Forces. Like if you guys remember during the 25th anniversary party, they showed the teaser, they showed Sonic, they showed him in his environment, and they just kind of showed him running. And it was kind of ambiguous, but then they showed you the point. They showed you classic Sonic, they showed kind of the world being taken over. You could kind of piece together what the story might be from that, you know? And then they also did the thing where they just showed you the year and it didn't give you a title. And they kind of did the same thing here, except I think here they're playing it a lot safer because they show you very little. And I think that's a good thing. I think it means they're being cautious, which is something that's always good. They should definitely be cautious after Forces, because a lot of fans, myself included, did not like that game and how it turned out. And I just don't want it to be a repeat of that where we're hyped because of the CG trailer, and then it just turns out to be like development hell and rushed. And they've had 4 years. They've had 4 years since Forces to work on this, and they have till 2022. So hopefully they're taking their time, they're taking their effort. Hopefully all the leaks about them moving development and not being as rushed, hopefully that's all true. Hopefully Pontac and Graf are actually gone for good. And I really just want this game to be the best it can be. The other thing that kind of reminds me of Forces, I don't know if this is true or not, or if it's going to happen, but when Sonic runs, he has like a pink glitchy effect, and I think we all know where that comes from. If we remember Infinite and how that turned out, really don't want a repeat of that. And I think some people have speculated that it might be some kind of Forces 2. And as promising as that could be, because you can make a case for, oh, they learned their lesson from Forces 1, they'll do Forces 2, but they'll like improve upon the story. As promising as that sounds, I really don't want that, just because I want this game to kind of be its own thing. I want it to stand out on its own. I really don't want it to be a sequel to anything. I don't want Generations 2. I don't want Colors 2. I don't want Forces 2. The only exception I can think of is Adventure 3, just because we've been waiting for that for years. But even that, I think I'd rather just have it be its own thing, its own standalone thing. I think that would be probably the best move to go by. And now with my thoughts out of the way, let's just get into some of the leaks, because since literally like hours after this presentation was over, stuff has already gotten leaked about this game. So I'll put the stuff on the screen for you now. But basically what happened was, I think some people were looking for like a 4K version of the Sonic trailer. And what happened was, within the URLs and some data mining kind of stuff, I don't know too much about that and how it works. But what I do know is that the name Rangers kept coming up under everything. So for like every console, it was like Rangers like PS, Rangers Xbox Series X, Rangers Switch, Rangers PC, like that kind of thing. that title kept coming up. So people assumed, maybe the game is called Sonic Rangers, or at least that's a working title. And then, that's just a leak. But then, if you look further into that, there was another leak back in like freaking January of this year. Some dude said he did a demo for the game. It is called Sonic Rangers, and he described it as an open world Sonic game, which that would be the first time we've ever gotten that. Again, all of this, take it with a grain of salt. Nothing's confirmed. We have no idea if this guy is right or not. The only reason that the leak is really credible is because a lot of things that he points out in this leak kinda are almost shown off in the trailer. I'll put the leak up on screen for you right now so you can just read it, but I'm just gonna skim over it. So what he says in the leak is basically, it's called Sonic Rangers. It's a 3D open world game. He says that Sonic, it's a lot of combat and exploration. He said that there's this Sonic has this new move called the Spin Cycle, and the way it works, it's kind of similar to the Pokemon Rangers mechanic, where you draw a line and you capture the Pokemon. Only in this case with Sonic, it's you draw a line, you leave a streak behind you when you run, and if you close the circle, all the enemies will get destroyed, something to that effect. And the reason I say this one's kind of almost credible is just because in the trailer we see him like do that. We see him run around in a loop, and then it kind of transitions to the logo. So either that was a very big coincidence, or this guy's on the money. So in addition to that, also he mentioned something about cyberspace, that Sonic will be able to run into cyberspace, and the music goes hard in that. And those stages are similar to Generations, but they're acting as special stages, because it says if you get a good enough score, you get a Chaos Emerald. So I don't know what he means by Generations, because Generations were like whole ass stages within themselves, and this is an open world game. I feel like it would be weird to have like stages within that, unless by open world he means hub worlds, because there's a difference. If he means hub worlds like in Sonic Unleashed, that's a lot different. But open world, because like open world, like if you think, when you think open world Sonic game, you think like Sonic Utopia, stuff like that. Even Sonic Omens to an extent is almost open world, or it's like the stages are so big that it seems like an open world game. I know a lot of like the betas and the demos and stuff were like open world, but I digress. He said it's an open world game, and like the cyberspace stages are like from Generations. And again, if we go back to that clip where he's running in the forest and it has that glitchy effect, that could very well be the cyberspace thing. We really have nothing to work off of, and the only reason we're really giving this guy any thought at all is just because everything he's described, it kind of matches with stuff that happened in the trailer, and also just because he got the name. So if Sonic Rangers really is the name, then maybe this guy's right. This guy might be on the money. The only thing that's concerning me is because the guy said that it wasn't fun and it was in development still when he was playing it. That I would still take with a grain of salt, because this dude could be like working for like IGN. He could be like one of those people. It's like he's bad at the game and he blames them on the game, or it was in development at the time. This was in early 2021. They've still got a year. Who knows actually when he played it? He could have posted it later and played it earlier. We really don't know. And again, it's a leak. It's from 4chan, so grain of salt, guys. Just every leak you see, until it's confirmed by Sega, grain of salt. Don't really trust anything. That's my philosophy. That's how a lot of people think about it. But yeah, so I'm not really sure what to make of this. I think it could be true. I'm not sure if I really want it to be true, just because I don't know how I'd feel about an open world Sonic game. I like the exploration aspect. When I think of Sonic stages, personally, I think they should just be very big. I don't know about open world unless it's a hub world. I think stages should just be very big that allows for exploration. I don't think it should be like endless, because I kind of like having like designated levels. I don't want it to be linear, but I like having like designated levels and shit like that. I like the way Adventure did it, and I like the way Unleashed did it. So I would hope that if anything, when he meant open world, he meant stuff like that. And by Generation stages, he meant like just those are the normal stages. Like there's like different segments or something like that, or there's gates. Maybe the cyberspace things are like the Gaia gates from Sonic Unleashed. I'm hoping it's like that, because honestly, I don't know how I'd feel about a huge open world Sonic game. Maybe If it's just like open world, I mean they're just really big, like Omens or something like that. I know that game has a lot of controversy, but I'm not gonna get into that now. But you get the point. Like I'd rather just have them be really big. I don't know about open world, but I think I'd still rather have designated levels. And the guy said he didn't enjoy it. And it's not a fun time, so hopefully I kind of don't want that to be true, just because I want this game to be good, and I really, really, really want that adventure game. So that's pretty much all we have right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, what you think this game is going to be. Do you believe Sonic Rangers? Do you think it's Sonic Rift? Do you think it's Sonic Adventure Remake? Do you think it's Sonic Adventure 3? Do you think it's nothing related to that at all? Are you hyped for this? Are you scared? Let me know in the comments below. And guys, I'm going to be covering all the Sonic news as it comes out, so make sure you subscribe for all of that. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.